explain you also what evaluation is, as it may sound strange to some of you. The evaluation is the structured interpretation or giving a meaning to predict the actual impacts of proposals or results. We're looking back to the original objectives that we set when we was developing this proposal or educational session or whatever things we are evaluating right now, and we are checking how much do we accomplished. So evaluation is a formative, and it's taking place either at the development of a concept or proposal or organization or an educational session, or it is measuring the real impact that happened after this session or project has been really implemented. It is also drawing somehow lessons from completed actions or activities that we have implemented, and we can go back at a later point and learn from what we are evaluating and what we can still improve in further events or further sessions that we are developing. It is demonstrating how the objectives and the desired outcomes are similar or not so much, or they have some differences, and we are trying through the educational life cycle to have it at equal point. What we have said to be the same or to be even overpassed. Evaluation is really important and indispensable element of each activity that we are implementing in order to be sure that we are doing a good job. It has to be also a systematic and objective assessment of our work and the completed activity that we have, including the most important outcomes and the positive changes that we have brought with these activities. So the overall aim that we're looking through an evaluation is to document the overall outcomes or the positive changes that we have brought, resulting from any given activity, policy, or educational method that we have used, and to see what is the real impact of the given education and how we can further improve it for better educational models.
Evaluation is an extremely important part of every learning process. When you evaluate, you reflect on what you've learned, what was missing, what you can correct on the next days in next processes. It basically builds you up as a person and as a professional.
I will share today with you the advantages of evaluation. Systematically done evaluation can actually simplify the development, completion of the application form or reporting of your project or your educational activity. We will give you some quite quick tips how to prepare effective evaluation of your project. First of all, you have to select the areas that you want to focus on. You have to define who will manage the evaluation through the project, impact and dissemination phases, and to choose the appropriate assessment methods and tools for collecting and analyzing the data. Having a good assessment plan will actually help you also to write an efficient report of what we have created. So we'll give you some examples of the indicators that you can use. If we want, for example, to measure the impact of the students, of the learning possibility that we have gave them, we can measure the knowledge, or do they have a better knowledge on the topics that we have learned about after the training session? Do they have a better involvement in the subject that we have discussed? Are they more curious to know about the European context of this subject? On the other hand, if we want to measure their attitudes, we can see how the initiative of these students are going. Is it an increase in their interest? Are they asking more questions in the lessons and during the lessons that they attend? Do they show more motivation about the topic? We can also measure, of course, the foreign language skills. That is very interesting in European dimension context. What is their oral performance? What is their level of foreign languages? Is it increasing somehow after the things that we have shown? Another interesting that we can measure is the European citizenship. Do they have additional knowledge and information on how the processes are going in Europe? Are they understanding more clearly the decision-making process on local, national and European level? We can also, as an example, measure the management skills that the young people has developed, the problem solving, the budget management, the negotiation skills or the collaborative skills. Anyway, there is huge advantage in using evaluation methods in our activities, so we have to find the proper one and implement it as correctly as we can.
Really important every day, actually at the last part of the day, because each one has the opportunity to reflect on what had happened during the day. So this is important because in a non formal way we understand each other, we reflect on what happened, and also we keep the meaning of the day. So today was an interesting day. We did a lot of activities and we had that time, that space of the time to reflect on what we did.
Evaluation, data collection methods and tools depend on the impact you want to show. I have some very useful suggestions for you that can serve as an inspiration. First of them, survey and questionnaires. Design questions beforehand based on type of impact. Second one is individual and group interviews with the participants of the mobility or another stakeholders. The third one is observation. Design observation guide based on what you want to observe. By observation, we usually evaluate change in attitudes. The other one is statistics. Number of participants in dissemination event, number of readers at work, etc. And skill test. Skill assessment might be done before and after of the project. And the final one is group discussion about the mobility experience, like brainstorming, word cafe, storytelling, etc.
It's interesting how a game like Dixie with some pictures can reflect emotions, and you can also feel attached with one small picture, and it can mean so many things, like it can mean something positive, something negative, something very interesting. You can discover something new through these pictures, like you can see yourself.